Afternoon. This is Destiny.
And this is Nick.
For WVUD News. The top story at this hour, the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms have alerted universities in the region that an unspecified threat of violence has been made online against a university near Philadelphia, stating that an action could take place at 2 p.m. on October 5th. While no specific threat has been made to the University of Delaware, UD police are acting cautiously and are taking this matter seriously. UD police have been monitoring the situation closely. In Philadelphia, a former daycare worker convicted of abducting a 5-year-old girl from her Philadelphia kindergarten classroom and sexually assaulting her has been sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. Prosecutors believe 22-year-old Christina Regusters wore a Muslim dress and veil to impersonate the girl's mother and take her from the public school classroom in January of 2013. Regusters apologized Monday but said she is not a monster. She says her only role was taking a child from school and leaving her half naked the next morning at a playground. In Delaware, Governor Jack Markell is lifting limited state of emergency for Sussex County that he declared Friday as a nor'easter began taking over the mid-Atlantic region within heavy rain and high winds. Markell's office says the state of emergency ended at 1 p.m. Monday. Although a coastal flood advisory remains in effect for Kent and Sussex counties until 7 p.m., several roads in the two counties remain closed Monday because of standing water, mostly from wind-driven tidal flooding.
Checking national news. Officials at the University of South Carolina are bringing in bottled water and portable restrooms to help take care of the 31,000 students who attend the school's main campus in the flooded capital of Columbia. The city has warned all residents to boil water before using it for drinking and cooking. The university officials say bottled water was delivered Monday to several on-campus buildings, and students in campus housing were being encouraged to use stoves, microwaves, and common areas to boil water themselves. Portable restrooms have been delivered to the residence halls, sorority, fraternity houses, and the student union buildings. Officials say classes will be canceled Tuesday and the campus is open, and officials say several dining hall and counseling centers are open for students' use. The head of medical care charity Doctors Without Borders say the latest U.S. explanation of an airstrike in Afghanistan over the weekend does not set free the United States of blame. The top commander of the American coalition forces in Afghanistan said today that Afghan forces who reported being under Taliban fire had requested the U.S. airstrike, which killed 22 people at a medical clinic. Initially, a U.S. statement had said the strike had been launched because U.S. forces were threatened. General John Campbell now says the attack wasn't sought by American forces. Arkansas has filed its notice to appeal a decision from a federal judge that blocked the state from suspending Medicaid funding for 3 women who sued over the state's cancellation of its contract with Planned Parenthood. Solicitor General Lee Fedofsky filed notice Monday that the state would appeal U.S. District Judge Christian Baker's order, which is issued Friday. Baker issued a preliminary injunction requiring the state to pay for services for 3 unnamed women referred to in the suit as Jane Does, challenging the contract's termination.
On a lighter note, you can't beat Santa Claus when it comes to name recognition, especially at the North Pole. But only time will tell whether Santa Claus can be beaten for a city council seat in the tiny Alaska town of North Pole. The Fairbanks Daily News Miner reports Claus has launched a write-in campaign for the office. Claus, whose driver's license bears his legal name of Santa Claus, has held office before. He's the former head of the North Pole Chamber of Commerce.
In sports, over the weekend, the Blue Hens football team beat William & Mary with a last-second field goal by redshirt freshman Frank Raga, ending the game with a score of 24-3. Continuing on a winning weekend, UD's swimming and diving teams opened their 2015-2016 season with victories over Georgetown and St. Francis.
Moving to weather, we finally have gotten some sun. Today's high is 64 and will drop to the upper 40s tonight. Tomorrow, expect plenty of sun with highs in the lower 70s. For WVUD News, I'm Destiny.
And this is Nick.